I need to get this, I better get this degree. Okay, I took out loans for this degree. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nancy, back with another video about how I enrolled in nursing school after finishing my prereqs, what school I chose, what the process was. So firstly, the school of my choice was Chamberlain University. Most of you guys know it. It's a private school located in different areas in the United States. Some people rather call it the fast way of getting a degree. But yeah, that was my choice. So here are a couple things that we're going to go ahead and discuss. We're going to go ahead and discuss what to do before applying to nursing school. So before applying, make sure you do your research while you're still doing your prereqs. Do your research by looking at schools, looking at what the requirements for different schools are, because not all schools want the same prereqs. For example, Georgia State needed a lot more electives than Chamberlain did. Chamberlain just needed 1 chemistry, whereas Georgia State wanted you to take the full 2 chemistries. Schools like Kennesaw as well have the same curriculum as Georgia State and stuff like that. So go ahead and take a look at the curriculum. Go ahead and take a look at the tuition before just choosing a school. Decide whether you want to be in debt after graduating, and decide whether you want to get your degree fast or not. So after you go ahead and look at these schools, it's time to go ahead and choose a school, because at the end of the day, you want to start taking classes that are related to your prereqs that the other school is going to need. So for example, I was at Georgia State, but since I had made up my mind already that I wanted to go to Chamberlain, I already started taking classes related to Chamberlain so that whenever I switched over to Chamberlain, it was just going to be an easier process for me. I might go ahead and include what the curriculum for Chamberlain looks like inside, just in case you're interested in going there. It's usually on the school's website, very easy to find. After you go ahead and choose a school, I advise before taking appropriate classes, I advise to speak to an advisor. I spoke to an advisor plenty of times before choosing Chamberlain, as well as asking a friend of mine who goes to Chamberlain what the experience is like, so that I know whether I really wanted to go there or not. Because at the end of the day, the website does not tell you everything. You need to hear in person what other people's experiences are and whether this school is even worth going to. For schools like medical schools and nursing schools, you also want to look at the success rate of the final test. Like for nursing, you have to take an NCLEX. Look at their success rate. Look at how many people graduated from there past the NCLEX after graduating from that school. Yeah, those are some things that you want to go ahead and look at. So I spoke to the advisors. In the beginning, the advisors, you know, they're so nice. They want to take a look at your transcripts. They really want you to apply. I asked her whether my classes were going to transfer and everything. Everything went very smooth for me. And because I knew some information about the school already due to Julia, thank you Julia for letting me know the information, it was so much easier for me to go ahead and choose the school and enroll. So with talking to the advisor, I went ahead and asked some questions like what the degree plan is, how long it would take me to graduate from there after enrolling, a schedule type, because at the end of the day I work from 12 to 8, so I want to pick a schedule that will allow me to keep my job and go to school at the same time, and I think it's suitable for me, especially now that there are a lot of online classes. It might be great. Of course, in the future I may not be able to keep the job that I'm working at right now, but it's worth considering on my schedule. So another thing that you want to also ask them is whether your classes will transfer, because at the end of the day, if you've already taken all your prereqs and then they tell you it's not going to transfer, you need to look for other schools that will take these prereqs if you don't want to retake these classes. So here's the process that I went through. After I spoke to an advisor, I went ahead and considered what the advisor told me. I liked what they said, and I put in my application. The application takes less than 10 minutes, and it's a $95 fee. So at the end of the day, it's very expensive to apply to this school, but think of it as an easier school to apply to, because at the end of the day, your state won't take you if you've repeated anatomy more than 3 times. You know what I'm saying? You need to look at the little clauses that the schools will not take and consider your battles. So $95 for this application. Send in my transcripts. They'll tell you the email to send the transcripts to and everything like that. Easy. Then the advisor advised me to go ahead and write a passion statement. A passion statement is just basically you letting Chamberlain know why you want to go to this university, why you want to be a nurse, why you want to be in their program, what you've heard about their program, just great things. You know, just advertise yourself in your passion statement. That's it. And then after I submitted all of that, the process actually got way harder for me because I stopped hearing back from advisors. It started taking so long, and Chamberlain is a no wait time type of school. For me not to hear back from them immediately, it made me uncomfortable. So I kept on reaching out to them, asking them if there's anything that they needed and stuff like that. And then finally, she went ahead and called me. She said that I was accepted in. The next steps that I had to take were to sign a whole bunch of student agreements. I had to sign a whole bunch of student agreements, send that back. And then I finally had a meeting with a student advisor who actually showed me what my schedule would be. They went ahead and showed me what my what classes transferred for good. They went ahead and showed me what classes I can take each semester. And also they spoke to me about financial aid.
And I'm going to be completing your pre-enrollment here at Chamberlain College of Nursing. So welcome to the college. Everything is online until they, you know, kind of go over a plan and with what's going on with the numbers keep going up. I don't know if they're going to be able to transition to like maybe a hybrid where you would go in for a portion and then do the rest online.
But as for right now, it's online.
So for right now, everything is online. Of course, if we're going to transition, we're going to let you know. So this way, because you do work full time, we can see what we can do as far as your schedule. Because I know they have AM and PM courses. I'm going to start next in November. It looks like you'll be taking NR 360. So that, you know, you'll have the theory, the lab, the clinical component. The clinical, where you're actually be working in a facility, isn't until towards the end of the program.
Okay.
So the lab right now is virtual. So we might stick to having the class online and then you having to come in for the lab. I don't know what they're going to do.
So you know how we wait for those refunds when FAFSA comes back, okay? I'm not getting a refund this time, I'll tell you that. In fact, I actually had to take out loans. That's how serious I am about getting this degree, okay? So then after speaking to her and agreeing to the information that she told me, then it was my next steps. The next steps after this were taking a $200 drug test, and then there's a site of theirs called Complio. Complio is so hectic. They want your records, immunization records, they want your fingerprint done, your drug test done, and all of those steps. But they give you some extra time into the semester to go ahead and get that done. I'll submit a copy of what it looks like on the screen so that you guys know what to expect if you're going to be applying to Chamberlain. Basically, they wanted a whole lot of information: my immunizations, my drug test, my screening, the background check. It actually comes back pretty quick. It came back. They look at whether you've had any crimes or any felonies all over the United States, and then if that comes back clean, then they say, okay, you're good to go. And then you need to also get a CPR certification, which is like, I need to go ahead and get on that because at the end of the day, I've really been pushing that back and that needs to get done. So yeah, that was my experience applying to nursing school. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I prefer if you DM me on Instagram. Honestly, That's the quickest way to get to me. If you have any questions, I can definitely help you out and give you some information on how I did my application. If you need some help doing the application, definitely reach out to me. I'm willing to help anybody who needs help, because this process was not easy. I couldn't have done it alone. Well, I could have done it alone, but at the end of the day, it's always easier when somebody's helping you. So yeah, I mean, I'm starting in September. I am so ready to get this degree and finish and start making the actual money that comes with this degree. And I'm willing to go ahead and also further this degree so that I can get my CRNA and start making the big bucks. I'll definitely show you guys another video once orientation comes on August 6th. That way we can go ahead and discuss what the orientation was like. But this was just the entrance process into getting accepted into nursing school. How easy it was. It was easier than any other type of school, honestly. Getting into Chamberlain was so easy, because getting into stuff like Georgia State, yes, we wrote a passing statement at Chamberlain, but Georgia State needs references. It needs a whole lot. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with my decision. At the end of the day, I'll still come with updates if anything is making me uncomfortable, or if I don't think that it's a good school, I'll definitely update you guys so that you guys can know not to apply to Chamberlain. But I think that everybody should. And thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and talk to you later.